So what does this mean from a fantasy perspective? You know who we're getting in for this, Jamey Eisenberg, our guy, the man who is, your fantasy everything when it comes to your decisions. I know it depends how much, 4 points, 6 points for a touchdown pass, but Tom Brady comes back. Obviously, he now goes on the board somewhere slotted. Who else jumps up considerably? I mean, is it now Godwin? Is it Mike Evans? Is Gronk now somebody? What's the fallout, or are we still not really sure?
Well, first off, it must be nice to spend 2 months with your family, realize, you know what, I'm going to go back to my day job and go back and have some fun. I think you just look at it, everybody gets a boost. Bruce Arians on down, because you have the greatest ever and a guy like you just showed coming off another strong season. So the fact that he knows that Godwin is back, I'm sure he's had conversations with Gronk, hey, let's go back and do it again. Mike Evans obviously still playing at the top of his game. We'll see what they do to fill that third receiver spot, whether it's Tyler Johnson or they're bringing somebody else, because I'm sure there's probably another domino to fall. We'll see what they do with their backfield as well, because they're losing Leonard Fournette potentially, Ronald Jones potentially. So I'm sure that's going to be another spot they have to fill. But you look at just all these top weapons. Hopefully Godwin's ACL tear is going to be fine by the time we get to training camp. Evans is going to be a top 10 receiver again. Godwin's got top 10 potential. Gronk is a top 5 caliber tight end, certainly more in non-PPR than PPR because of the touchdown potential. But Brady's a top 6 quarterback. You look at him and Rodgers kind of in the same boat because they don't run anymore. Obviously, Brady never ran, but in Bruce Arians' offense, with what he has the opportunity to do and still continue to do, he looked at that landscape in the NFC and said, I'm going to go back, I'm going to try and get another Super Bowl, and I'm going to put up a lot of yards doing so. So we love that as fantasy managers.
All right, and then ultimately, you expect Tom Brady to be even close to what he did last year? And if you're in a 6-point touchdown pass league, where'd he finish? Like, was he quarterback what? And where would you project him, quick right now, realizing you're going to get a lot of time to sort of massage that list?
Yeah, he's in my top 6. I moved Russell Wilson to 6 because I'm excited about his opportunity in Denver with those potential shootouts. I'd rather have Brady, So Rodgers is at 5. This is behind, I think, what's going to be everybody's probably top 4 in some way, shape or form. But it's Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson. That's I think you look at those 4. Hopefully Jackson's right and back to that MVP caliber guy we saw a few years ago. But what he does with his legs is just hard to overlook. And so then you get to the 2 pure passers of Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. And I think Brady's in a better spot. Just this offense for Bruce Arians, the division that he plays in, those teams are going to be so bad, barring a potential move of the Panthers maybe getting a Deshaun Watson and turning that franchise around. But the Falcons are a mess. The Saints, potentially a mess as well. So hopefully he can solve that problem. But I think you just look at what Brady has in front of him. He's not coming back to sit on, just hand the ball off and go back to what he was. He's coming back to do exactly what he did last year. So even though he's going to be 45, even though he's got another year under his belt, the potential of do I want to do this? Am I committed to this? I think he's answered all that by the tweet today. So I think he's back. I think he's ready to go. I think he's going to have another huge season. So yes, I'm all on board. Certainly a guy you can trust as a number 1 quarterback.
There you go. Very well done. Jamey Eisenberg, our guy, all things fantasy. Wow. Tom Brady.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.